on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd lie to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Так, Х'юстон, всім кучним привіт, з вами це Metal Gear Снейк Eater, третя частина легендарної серії Masterpiece Collection. Переведення на всіх існуючих нових консолях нового покоління Series PlayStation 5, ПК. Будемо пробувати разом. Це фактично порт в PS3, перевиданий на типу як колекційне видання. Ну, так що будемо скоро його пробувати. Робимо чай, каву, капучино, бульйон, Португалія. Та будемо починати. Metal Gear Solid Snake Big Boss.
Crime, it's the way I'd lie to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd lie to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Cry, and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday
Все, наслухалося
go through the rain.
теми.
Someday you
Я вже в туалет сходив.
on a tree frog.
Каву випив.
The trial to survive for the
Погнав. Опс. Що? Що? І що? Все, пограв? Ні, грузиться. Олегіч, привіт! Konami! Олегіч Games представляє! Metal Gear. Моя улюблена гра від Кодзіми. Це перевидання. Ну. Перевидання. І шпіонський. Шпіонський бойовик. Погнали. European version. Ну тут немає тільки English. Start game. Загружається. Що таке? Не поняв юмора. А, пішло. Як його зробити на повний екран, бля? У мене вона є теж на цьому. То не то, Олегіч. 5-та частина, вона навіть близько не стоїть з 2-ю, 3-ю. Але я не знаю, як зробити на весь екран. О, є. Є, зробив. П'ята частина в мене є, вона в мене в Diamond Collection на PlayStation є. В HD. На Соньки я її купив. Третій Metal Gear, я рахую, це самий топовий. Третій і друга частина. І перший, ну перший вже квадратик, і йому треба ремейк. А вони рішили третього, легендарного третього зробити ремейк. То буде ремейк третього на Unreal Engine 5. А це просто версія HD на PlayStation 3. Третьому вони її портували досить непогано на ПК. Блін, дуже дорого, голосно воно. Дуже голосно працює. Ну я не first time граю, но все одно. Тут сюжет топовий. П'ята вона дуже затягнута, там дуже Афганістан, той, блін, там, блін.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two. East
Дуже
and
вона
West.
затягнута.
This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Каву тобі.
Угу.
І скажи мені, чим ці скільки
Hideo Kojima Game. Місяць. 2 неділі. Тут оригінальний цей переклад Снейка. Зараз скажуть, як я забув його фамілію.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
Цього дябчика. Дябчика.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. On main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Не треба. Давай смішно.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Четвертий ще є Guns of Patriot. На PlayStation 3.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Хідекі Сасакі.
10 minutes to drop off. Hey!
Сасай Кудасай.
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Тойота!
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
Масая
6
Кабайоші!
minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Зараз полетели. Португалия летим. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. US Army.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
Йоші Шинкаво.
Falling at 130 miles.
Дизайнер.
Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Кайлі Купер. Opening.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by.
Продюсер Хедео Коджиба.
Okay, all green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
Good fly. God be with you.
Ай, з Богом, кажи. Давай. Погнали. Видно, що не перший раз пригає з самольоту, правда? Директор Хідео Коджима. Коджима сама.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well,
Цей
about 2
голос
years ago,
Снейка цей.
a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov.
Ніколай Степанович
He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau,
Соколов.
one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as
Yuri
the
Gagarin.
Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
Соколов покинув
Seems
бюро.
he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards.
Що це за лагеря які?
I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Така велика депресія, блін. 52-го року, да.
President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that
Kennedy.
the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles.
Президент США.
At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying
sure.
missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
Бля, от чому вони не переклали це,
Why the
блін, на
US agreed to remove
українську?
its IRBMs from
Російську.
Turkey?
No.
Тут в
The
цій версії навіть
Jupiter
немає
IRBMs
взагалі,
deployed in
тільки
Turkey were
англійська.
obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse. A cover
Карибський
story
кризис,
was fed
да.
to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got
Was a
Sokolov
dog
out of the
scoop,
hospital, handing him over to agents on the
yeah.
eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
Це він типу летить і все це згадує, бля, що йому розказував, бля, про Соколова, бля.
No, missiles.
Ніколай Іванович.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us. To infiltrate Selinoyarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull
Галік,
it up.
спитаєш, це переведення 2023 року, але гра розроблялась під PlayStation 2.
It's been combat
Це
proof.
десь 2003 рік. І перевидавалась на PlayStation 3, це 2009
The shock
десь.
will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
Десь приблизно так. І зараз в 2023 її перевидали на PS5, Xbox Series і Nintendo Switch.
She's equipped with two 6-barrel
Ну і на ПК.
20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm
Легендарна
machine
серія Metal Gear Solid, перші три частини.
Even with the fuel in the reserve
Перша,
tank, we're
друга,
facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
І третю роблять ремейк. Додатково роблять повністю ремейк
But
на
if
Unreal
anything
Engine 5.
goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner,
А це
breakfast,
ще
all the rest
це
of it will be
переведення
on
в
the
HD.
job.
HD версія. Master Collection. Типа трошки краще виглядає, ніж на PS2. Бо на PS3 вона була потужніша. Звичайно ж. Ну взагалі вона приблизно як на PS2, ну. Приземлилися. Десь в Сибірі. Він тут змій буде їсти, коротше, виконувати спецзавдання. А оце на Латинську Америку похоже, блин. А не на Сибір, блин. Це похоже на Сибір. А, прикиди можна міняти йому тут одяг. А, Девід Хейтер, во. Актер озвучки. Девід Хейтер. Це легендарний голос цей Снейка. Девід Хейтер. Хейтер.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
Снейк!
You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't
Snake?
like snakes?
What do you mean?
Він не любить змій?
You've
Ти
eaten
думаєш
one
на
before,
увазі?
haven't you?
In survival training.
Я навчався на
I'm glad to
тренуванні.
hear that.
Я рад це
I don't
чути.
know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful.
Не
you
так, як
might
в
not have a
ресторані,
choice.
але...
What about you,
Піде.
Major? What should I call you?
Let's
Що-
see.
А, це ти дзвониш, типу.
I'll be Tom. Call me
Я
Major
про
Tom.
Тома. Майор Том.
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be
Зміїна
seen by the
місія?
enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear?
Ти не маєш бути
This kind
обнаружений
of
ворогом.
infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see
Дуже
why you asked me
чудово.
if I like snakes.
Тепер
I
я
suppose
розумію,
calling me
що
Snake was
називається
your idea of a
місія
joke, too.
змія.
There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Добра причина.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I
Повернемося до
supposed to
об'єкту.
feed myself?
Що
You've been issued
конкретно
a
я маю
knife and a
зробити?
tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food.
Ви
You'll
використовуйте
also find
ніж,
some medical supplies in your backpack.
щоб знайти свої медичні
about the
ці
backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
пакунок свій цей, торбу.
I see.
Так.
Well, you better go back and get it then.
О, во, на дереві вона
There it is.
зависла. Це
No
сумочка його.
I can see it from here.
Я її
It's
бачу
stuck on a
звідси.
branch.
Вона висить на гілці.
To climb a tree,
Is
stand
there,
in front of a tree
підіймись
that's
на
covered in
дерево
ivy and
і-
press the action button. I'll be monitoring your
забери.
progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is
Моя частота 140.85.
140.85. I'll give you a
Я
call
буду
if I
тобі
need to talk.
дзвонити. Дзвони,
You
якщо
need to talk to
потрібно,
me,
поговорити.
use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Іди за своїм цим пакуночком. О, дрімучий юг. А тут, блін, частково є якийсь переклад. Як це так? Снейк. Кю-кю. Це кю-кю. Як його? Ага. А як їсти? Куда ти, блін? Дурілка, блін. Оу. А, во, менюшка така. Карта. Ну, не погано. Менюшка прикольна. Так. Так куди? Блін, чого ти задом повернувся, олень? Стоять. А вот ця штука. Так, забрала медичну цю штуку.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Я
To
бачу,
equip
що
a
ти
weapon,
повернув свій
it's necessary
пакунок.
to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a
Вибери
window in
зброю.
the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger-happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges too.
Дав йому
Your
пістолет
presence in enemy
транквілізатором, бля.
territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the
Ніхто не
enemy
має
know
тебе
you're there.
побачити.
This is a stealth mission.
Херо, стелс-місія.
Snake, in
Зашибісь,
every
бля.
sense of the word.
Рава, дорог.
There'll be no rescue if you're captured.
Я в Новосіб до тебе
Military
приїхав.
will deny any involvement in the affair.
Рава.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've
Snake
been
в
given a
Новосібі.
fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How
А,
generous.
Колі. Колян, дорог.
Use it if you're
перепутав.
taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of
Коля, дорог, дорог,
short
Коль.
time.
Я перепутаю.
Pulling them into
У Равы,
that
похоже,
way.
фиолетовая
How do I
штука.
come back to life?
Этот.
Just take the
У Равы, у
You mean
Саши.
that thing they put in my
Я
tooth before
перепутал,
mission?
сорян. Коля, дорог.
Be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Колян.
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Давай,
Correct.
блін, говорять,
Mission
блін,
rests
півгодини.
entirely in your hands.
A real one-man
Да,
army.
давай.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Блін,
Who?
реально. Парамедик. Сто 45-73. О, може все зберегтись, давай. 140-96. Save mission. Та хватить базарі, дайте пограти, блін. Так. О, бос. Бос це його, типа, вчитель. Боже, як довго ти, блін, базариш, дядь. Все, хватить, давай. Блін.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Сікосі. Пів. Сікосі.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
О. А як стріляти? Фонарь. Дремучий ліс болот. Коль. Ого, крокодил, блин. Крокодил. А як стріляти крокодил? Ага, вот оно как. Куда ты делаешь? Просто треба привикнути до управління цього. О. Куда ти дивишся, мать твою? А, болото, блядь. Пипец! А, я втупився, блядь.
Snake, get up! Snake! Snake!
Ой-ой. Крокодил, блядь. Так я ж тебе вырубила, лень, блядь. Трясина, да. Меня засосало. Дремучий север. Там якісь ці солдати.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to
KGB.
guard Sokolov.
КГБ, блядь.
AK-47s.
Мають АК-47 і гранати.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international
Ти
law.
знаходишся на
Can't let the Kremlin
на
find
території
out the
Совєту.
CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The
Пройти
success of the mission
сквозь
depends on
джунглі,
how
щоб
well
тебе ніхто не
you use your
побачив.
camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting
О,
camouflage.
зміни
from
свій
Survival
камуфляж
Viewer.
Survival
The
Viewer.
uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted.
ти будеш
But
стояти
if
на
you
місці, то він
crawl
тебе побачить.
instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Woodland 3 бар. Ну то дайте вже змінити, блін, задовбав. Так. Камуфляж. Фейс, чекай. Оба. Naked, сюди. Олів драп. Тайгер страйп. Ти. Листя, плюс 10. 3 барк, мінус 55. Squares. Ого, помаранчевий який. Black. Leaf, плюс 75. То так мене типа не видно? Tiger Stripe. Так я не понимаю, яка нормальна, типа. Щоб мене не видно було. Ця? Woodland. Black. Ого. Splitter. Маска. А, маска Рейдена, прикинь? Це Рейден. Офігеть. Бекпек.
I want some more.
Та куда ти, блін? О, гранати знайшло. Ей! Челик з автомат. А вон ще один. Блін, що вони в лісі роблять, реально? Доліноводно. О, там ці ж бджоли. Зараз буде западло. А диви, як вони убіжали. Воу! А! Не понял юмора, бля. А на яку кнопку треба?
Snake?
Твою, бля. О, сейф може.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
Годзилла.
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an
Да
enormous size
спасет
in a nuclear
только
test
Базду.
and goes on a
Это
rampage on Earth.
Годзилла.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo,
Godzilla,
obliterating
bля.
everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Про Годзиллу, блин, рассказывала. Свет. Що зараз? А, тут база.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Двоє.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
О, Соколов, блядь. Нормальный кофе. Просто мощный. Передаваться.
What's wrong?
Huh? Anybody there?
Челик, он мене шукає, бля, ходить.
No one here after all. Huh? Who was that? No one here after all.
Чорний. Вообще беспалевный.
Who's that? Radio!
Spoil. По-моєму, тут Соколовки. Босс. Ну і бере.
Do you want to save?
Ага. Ага. Ну, щось постійно розказує після сохранялки.
Snake, do you know the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Nope, never heard of it.
These scientists are investigating a place deep in the Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to you coming from outer space, would it?
How rude! Why do you say that?
Because no one on Earth could be as charming as you.
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fishman.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim, either.
Are you calling me a fishman?
You started it.
Блін, здовбав. Так. Соколов. Соколов? Пали секретні документи, падла.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent.
Це агент ЦРУ.
I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out.
Я
2
відправлений
years ago.
майором Зеро.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
Я маю послання від нього.
He said
Що
to
саме?
tell you
Він
sorry for
говорить,
being so late.
вибач за те, що так пізно.
Did he now?
Ти його знаєш.
What does it mean?
Що він має на увазі?
It means he's a man of his word.
Він людина цього світу.
But we've got no time for this.
А ми не маємо
We've got to
часу
get me
для
out of here
цього.
before they arrive.
Ти маєш забрати мене звідси.
Who's they?
Скоро
Colonel Volgin of GRU.
полковник
You in the
Волгін
West know him as
з ГРУ
Thunderbolt.
прийде.
Thunderbolt. Never heard of him.
Фандерболт. Фандерболт це щось
He's a member
молнія
of the Army's
зв'язане. З
extremist
молнією.
faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power. The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process.
Коротше, цей професор, інженер, він розробляє оці от ракети, оцього Metal Gear буде розробляти. Або вже розробив.
Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Ти маєш мене забрати, допоки полковник оцього ГРУ не виявив.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
Він каже, що твоя російська добра.
From my mentor.
Is that so? America is truly a frightening
Американці
country.
дійсно дивовижні,
Having
чи що?
second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
Я не дуже люблю це місце. Давай рухатися. А, треба позвонити, бля. Конечно.
Major, this is
Майор,
Снейк.
це Снейк.
Sokolov is safe with
Соколов
me.
був
He's doing
врятований.
fine. No
З ним все
injuries.
добре,
Good
без
work,
інцидентів.
Snake.
Добра
Now hurry up
робота,
and get
Снейк.
Sokolov to the recovery
Поспішай від...
points. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the
Зрозуміло.
sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
Що
We
на
lost
щось бос?
contact with the boss some time ago.
What
Я
happened?
сконтактую з бос
It's
пізніше.
probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
Поспішай, поки тебе не виявили. Окей. А не тут то було. По-моєму, револьвер зараз буде. Револьвер. Револьвер. Що з ним, блін, таке? Опа, там уже за ними слідкують.
Freeze!
О-оу. Засада. Блін, херово. Херово.
So this is the legendary boss.
О-о. О, револьвер.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
О, класно. Да, да.
What's a crew soldier doing here?
Круто, це ще молодий револьвер.
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
А це от.
That's Major Ocelot to you.
А це от, офігеть.
Don't you forget it.
Револьвер це от, да. Це він. Джош Кітон.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
Соколов наш. Можете вчуватися
Ocelot
від.
never lets his prey escape.
А це от нікого не... Не здається. А. Три. 4, 5. Ще один. Красавчик. Які у нього ці шкари круті, бля. Він як ковбой, бля. Крутий. Дядько.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Такого. Ховайся.
You're not the boss, are you?
Ти не бос, хто ти? А, це він покликав своїх цих грушників, блін? Хера. Оперативники ГРУ.
What is that stance?
А, тут типу ГРУ проти... Не співпрацюють з армією своєю.
If you're not the boss,
Якщо ти не бос,
then die.
то ти помреш. Красай, куда сай, блин.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
Красавчик. Снейк розкидав, блядь. А його приспали вже, цього челіка. Хорош. Неможливо.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
Револьвер техніка.
You filthy American dog!
Капітан, бля. Цей челік, капітан.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty.
Дуже крутий. А, досить добре. Все, довимахувався, бля.
Major,
Йдем на
do you read
перекус.
me?
I read you. Snake, you alright?
I've run into a few snags.
Наприклад,
These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Давай ще трошки пройде. Де цей сапогов? Куди? Треба йти. Змейка. Щурик. Рад.
Снейк, stay alert. The KGB and GRU both have their sights set on Sokolov. GRU is a military espionage outfit, the intelligence wing of the Soviet Defense Ministry's General Staff Office. It competes with the KGB, which is under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and the two are always watching each other.
Never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Exactly. Now, added to that rivalry, there's a vicious power struggle going on between the Khrushchev faction and the anti-Khrushchev faction.
So Khrushchev is using the KGB, and Volgin and the anti-Khrushchev forces are using the GRU?
That's the idea. The two factions are fighting over Sokolov. We're in an extremely dangerous situation here.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Get Sokolov out of there safely. He must not be turned over to the KGB or to the GRU. Sokolov took off in the direction of the rope bridge. Get after him. Hurry!
А де він? Де цей Соколов?
You want to save? Snake, have you heard of It Came From...
А де він? Опа. Шотган. М3. Dispose. Де цей дядько, блін, дівся? Треба повернутися, бач.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask.
Look.
Metal Gear.
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod.
Behemoth.
Treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
World War.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly.
Забери мене до Америки.
They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Ну не все так просто. Босс.
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Блін, вони її викрали, цього професора. За упирі, бля.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will
Люди
fight
Ікс.
once more.
Люди Ікс, блін.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
Вони якісь гензицю использують,
It's
блін.
raining blood. Is he crying?
А це ще хто? Невидимка. А це ще? Блін, полковник. Молния.
Kuwabara.
А у них всі якісь люди Ікс, блін.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
Бос, що це все означає?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov
Була
is a gift from
перевербована
my new hosts.
цим юніоном.
Recoilless nuclear warheads.
Сепарша,
These will make
бля.
a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Це не мав бути трапитися.
Another one of your disciples?
Хто це? Хто цей чувак?
Are we taking him with us?
Ми забираємо його з
this one
собою.
is still just a child. Too pure for us cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Що ти говориш?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Ай-яй-яй.
He's seen my face.
Він бачив моє лице.
We can't let him live.
Ми не можемо його лишити тут.
If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. He must die.
Він має померти.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him.
Він мій ученик, я за ним про нього подбаю.
Jack,
Джек,
you can't come with us.
ти не можеш піти разом з нами. А ось звідки у нього ця пов'язка? Це пов'язка бос. Ну, по суті, вона його частково, ну, якби врятувала, да.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Ми закінчили тут.
Now, on to Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Шагоход наш.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Моє місце разом з ними. Це як Ітачі, бля. Учіха Ітачі, бля. Ця бос. А ці Акацькі, бля.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
Розслабся, загадайся, що
Stay
знаєш.
with me.
Будь
I've
зі
seen
мною.
people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The
Майор,
boss.
бос,
She's defected.
вона
We'll
предатель.
talk about that later. First, we've got to get you
Поговоримо
patched
пізніше.
up.
Родися
Okay,
вперед.
here we go.
Вперед.
First, open the survival viewer with the start.
Survival viewer views.
If you select cure, you can start the treatment.
You can start treatment. Кур.
Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical
Using
treatment using
medicine.
the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Survival viewer. Кур. From a deep cut bleeding. Suffering from a deep cut bleeding. Bleeding. Що ще там? Підлічився.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Ну, вижив. Великий успіх. Дякуючи босс і її кобрам. Я получил Соколова ще до ходу. На кочевишка. Блондинка. Що з цією дівчиною? Хто це вона?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
Жінка Соколова.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my
Не
dear.
так быстро, дорогуша.
A kiss of death.
UKGB.
We may be able to use her.
Маємо
She has
використати.
spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Повертаємось на повернемо її на базу.
We have no further
Я
use for
тільки так зразу.
Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Треба протестити ігрушку. Полковник,
They are our enemies. They're
вони не
still
наші
our
вороги.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Полковник. Райн, блядь, бомбанул, блядь. Тье. Конамі представляє, це тільки початок? Прикинь? Це пролог. Офігеть. О, це пісня топова. Парафін. Це як Джеймс Бонд. Хідео Коджима представляє Metal Gear Solid Snake 3.
what a thrill. I'm searching and I'm melting to you.
Хідео Коджіма. Хідео Коджіма все. І дизайнер, і продюсер, і директор.
But you're so supreme. I give my life.
Йоші Шінкао. Сценарист Хідео Коджіма, Томоказу Фукушима, Шую Мурато. Казунобу Уїхара, програміст.
On a tree frog, it's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time.
Третя частина. Пожирач змій. Тиждень по дому. 11:30. 30 серпня, 64 рік. Арктичний океан. Повітряний простір. 30 тисяч над землею. 30 тисяч футів. Прибули в точку висадки дрона.
Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Самоліт.
Снейк, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This Fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson?
Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago,
Johnson.
one of our
Johnson.
country's main design bureaus, OKB-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borisovich Volgin.
Yevgeny Borisovich Volgin.
Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on.
Yevgeny Borisovich
Who's the
Volgin.
soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
Voyevoda.
You mean the boss?
Boss.
The mother of your special forces?
Мать специальных
that's the one.
підрозділів.
And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The boss
Пропала з
took 2
двома
miniature
ящиками
nuclear
ядерного
shells.
озброєння.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've
Мають
never been deployed.
масове ураження і
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is
Соколов знайшов
polluted.
ці пакунки, так?
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the boss,
Ось
with
і
Colonel
працює
Volgin's
разом з
help,
полковником
stole 2
Волгіном
experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as a
ядерним,
gift when she defected.
ядерною броньою.
Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any
Ми не
way.
причасні до
Then
цього.
what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen?
Так
It was
що ваш
clearly in violation of our
американський
airspace.
робив
And
в
yet you say
просторі
it was not acting under your
Советів?
orders.
That's correct.
Це все
You
правда,
expect me
вірно
to
був.
believe that this was all the work of
Та
a
ви мені
single
поясните, що я маю повірити в те, що...
I don't know what else to tell you.
Я не знаю, що вам ще
The
розказати.
army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our
Я
government
сказав,
had
скажу
nothing
ще
to
раз.
do
А
with it.
наше
And
правительство,
I would like dearly to believe you.
я б хотів би
However,
тобі
I'm
відверто
afraid my
вірити,
power
але
over the military
я також
has
боюсь,
weakened since the Cuban incident.
це
I will
попливає
need
на,
some kind of
на,
proof
на
that this was
інцидент на
not the
Кубі.
action of the American government. You have 1 week.
Ви маєте
You
1
must catch
тиждень.
the boss yourselves
Ви маєте
and recover
спіймати
the
бос
remaining nuclear
і
device.
встановити ядерні ці.
Then you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Доказати свою невиновність.
Yes,
Доказати нашу
preferably
невиновність.
something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely
Доказати,
another one of
що
your tricks.
The
немає
boss should be close to
вашого
Colonel
зв'язку.
Volgin. How about a little coaction?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable.
Політична
And
ситуація
Colonel
нестабільна,
Volgin is a
полковник
member of the
Волгін,
Brezhnev
член
faction, who seeks
Брежневських
to topple
фракцій.
my government. 1 week. You have only
Один
1
тиждень.
week, and if it is
Only
not too much
один
to
тільки
ask, do
тиждень.
something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Що це має означати?
Nothing.
Нічого.
It means nothing.
Не означає нічого.
Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued
Джентльменська
relationship.
якась там угода.
What if we can't prove
А якщо ми не
our
зможемо доказати нашу
Then I
причетність,
will be unable to
невиновність,
restrain the military. I will be ousted.
тоді я маю
They will
розторгнути
seek
всі
their
договори з
revenge.
Америкою.
a nuclear attack on the United States?
Ядерна атака по Соединеним Штатам.
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal.
Диспосал.
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
Розпочнеться нова світова війна.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was
Ми
not
маємо
involved in that
доказати, що
explosion.
Америка не
And eliminating the boss
торгалася.
ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right. The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under.
Ти її останній
There's no
ученик.
choice.
Так що у нас нема вибору. Учень.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
А росіяни
The
будуть
KGB
допомагати.
has promised to
КГБ
lend us one of their
пообіцяло
communications satellites so that you and I can talk
з'єднатися
to
з
each other.
чистим спутником.
That's
Я
it.
зможу з тобою
They've also
спілкуватися.
put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Також
Insiders.
є,
There was a defection in September 1960.
типу, як свої люди.
You mean the two NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB in exactly this kind of situation.
Тренувалися разом з
Their code names
КГБ.
are Adam and Eva.
Кодове ім'я Адам
I've
і
been
Єва.
told that Adam has infiltrated Volgan's ranks.
Я їм всі пояснив.
Also arranged for him to
Також
provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get
типу,
there.
будуть потребувати, типу, сконтактуватися.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected.
Я обнаружив неопознаний об'єкт літаючий.
It's fast.
Дуже бистрий,
Estimated airspeed
такий.
exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Ми його теряємо. Перегрузка уже. Ну и Лісі, блин.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov.
Рятувати Соколова, знайти шагохода і знешкодити його.
And finally,
І
eliminate
нарешті-решт
the boss.
знешкодити
Eliminate the boss.
бос.
This mission will be codenamed
Кодова
Operation
місія
Snake.
операція Снейк Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget
Тому
about
що
Colonel
головна
Volk.
кобра.
I'm not a hired killer.
Я не
I know,
вбивця.
but that
Я
was the
знаю,
Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Яке
Our
має
priorities
справа
are the
з
rescue of
Череводичем
Sokolov
цього.
and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Пріоритети
Roger that,
врятувати
Major Tom.
Соколова
Hold
і
on,
не
Snake.
шкодити
What
Соколову.
now?
I'm changing my
Shagohoda.
code name. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my code name,
Правда в
I
тому,
picked the
що
wrong one.
я мав
The wrong one.
Did you ever see
зробив
the
неправильний
movie The
вибір.
Great Escape? It came out last year.
I must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan.
Це він
But the
розказує
Nazis
про
find 2 of
фільм,
the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining
який
tunnel.
якийсь там
The
побіг.
names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
Дік Харрінтон.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least that was the plan.
But
But I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh,
0.85.
I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to
Який
rescue
це задумом?
Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, who are the Patriots?
Lali
and
Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Йопта. Тільки інфи, бля. Тут пофіг, тут вже можна валити, бля. Можна вже так. Можна стріляти. О, змійка. Камуфляж. Вудленд. Олів. Лів. Прикольний прикидон. Так. Змійку, думаєш. Так, ну що, народ, на цьому будемо тут. А на це. О, плюс 2. Зберігаємося. Мажор, парамедик, Сігінт. Давайте подивимося, що за Сігінт.
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
А, цей.
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Ah.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
О, добре, що він хоч багато не говорить, блядь. Парамедик. Мажор Зеро. Снейк.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
Волонтер.
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there.
Huh?
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Давай вже сейв зроби, блін, довго так.
Okay, good luck, Snake.
Thanks.
Good luck, Снейк. Тут тупо немає, коротше, виходу. Ну, немає, типа, меню вийти. Я не бачу. Це, народ, до зустрічі. Снейк Eater Metal Gear Solid 3. Master Collection HD на ПК. Всім до зустрічі. пока-пока.